Hey everyone, so this was originally going to be a video on my 417, another slide bite, but the more I kept trying to explain the origins of why this rifle exists in the way that it looks, the more I started to realize the underlying issue that came about that made me build the rifle the way that you see. And that issue is basically down to the current state of airsoft snipers. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, to get some quick context into what I'm talking about, this was basically built to counter bolt action snipers. And frankly, I've done a pretty good job at that. But the underlying issue is, why are there so many bolt action snipers? And I started to realize the more I thought about it that frankly, a lot of the Airsoft YouTube community tends to skew toward that style of gameplay. And frankly, I think that what they're peddling is starting to become a poisonous rot on the community. So what I mean by that is, frankly, if you have ever watched a Airsoft kill compilation, I can guarantee you that it is someone with a bolt action sniper putting a little kill marker whenever they get a kill, supposedly, and then they just edit it cleverly so that it looks like they're getting a ton of kills and then maybe dying once if they're trying to feel a little humble about it. When in reality, Airsoft is totally not like that. It's not like the pro Call of Duty type of thing going on. And another thing that they're hiding is the actual skill level that is required for running a bolt action sniper or any sort of marksman rifle in general. So before we get any further, let's go ahead and talk about the general life cycle of these fanboys that have watched these videos. Generally, they'll start watching these videos because they want to get into airsoft. They see these YouTubers getting absolutely massive amount of kills with a bolt action sniper or demolishing a cheater with this rifle, and it seems like they're almost invincible and maybe they get killed. So this impressionable kid sees these videos, think it's awesome, and in Novritsch's case, they go to his website, they buy a bolt action rifle, they go and plink out in their backyard against a couple cans, and then they go and try and implement what they have sort of learned in their backyard on the field. And that's where the rubber really hits the road. What tends to happen quite often is these poor kids don't know about positioning, they don't know about general flanking or tactics, and what they do is they headlong rush into these fields and they get absolutely raffle stomped, not just by me and this semi-automatic DMR, but by speed softers and high kappas, milsimmers with flashbang grenades, and even rentals with a Lancer Faptical, plastic AEG M4. That's kind of depressing because, well, they're given a bolt-action rifle, or they chose a bolt-action rifle that honestly doesn't match their capabilities, and they get absolutely raffle stomped, and as a result, after a couple of rounds, they get demoralized. And if they try to stick it out and get absolutely crushed again, and they're not learning anything from this, and what happens from there is they might sell their gun and hop up, or just put it away and never touch airsoft ever again. As a result, we get a high amount of, well, as you see on Reddit, a lot of people that honestly hate on Novritsch, and frankly, I think it's well deserved. And I know that's a controversial statement, but the way that a lot of these bolt action snipers really do these kill compilations, they provide an unrealistic expectation of what a airsoft sniper is, when in reality you're sitting in the same location waiting for up to 5 minutes or more for a target to move into your line of sight, and you're praying to God that they stay still. And if you have a degree of skill, then you can lead the target. So as a result, there's a high turnover, and if you look on hopup, there is a lot of these bolt action snipers available. You can see Novritsch's for sale, you could see just SEMA bolt actions. A lot of these kids get into that sport with the mindset of becoming a sniper and then getting hit with the hard fact of reality that being a sniper is a lot harder than, you know, just aiming at a target and pulling the trigger. Now, why am I complaining about this? Obviously, it's a issue that's been around for a while, and that's the reason why I'm complaining about it. It's been, what, roughly 10 years, and as I've seen on YouTube, there's a total of like 2 videos. Whenever you see, like, just search up airsoft snipers are bad, you get 2 videos that actually say that they're bad, and then the rest are just Novritsch kill compilations. And I realize that the airsoft community, at least here on YouTube, seems to vehemently defend Novritsch. Not just Novritsch, most bolt actions, like, as hard as they can. And I'm tired of pretending that they belong on a pedestal when they aren't. Novritsch, at the end of the day, is a businessman, and he's out to make a living. But the way that he's doing it is, in my opinion, highly unethical, as it really does harm the community. And no matter what people say about his business practice being the best for the industry, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if his business standard is ethical or not. What matters is that these kids get disappointed after a couple games and never touch the sport ever again because of their experience of getting absolutely hammered by everyone else. Unless they switch to, you know, in my case, gas blowbacks or AEGs, HPAs. And the issue for me is that a lot of the YouTube compilations tend to skew heavily into airsoft sniper compilations because of, well, everyone chasing the Novritsch trend. And as a result, it leads this really, really bad illusion that airsoft snipers are the prime way to play, when in reality it totally isn't. So as a result, this is what we get. I made this as a counter to the current situation, and frankly I've done my job. Now, if you guys want to hate on me for this, that's fine, but at the end of the day, the reason why I'm so critical about this is because I think that as airsoft YouTubers, and especially when we review guns, and especially when we are as a result selling these guns to you guys, we have a moral obligation to be as informative as possible without lying, without trying to peddle these silver guns that are going to be the be-all end-all for these people. And that's why I'm so frustrated when I see this, because like I said, Novritsch should really be honest about, you know, what these guns are for. They're not for new people. They're for people that have a little bit of experience with this. The only real benefit that these bolt actions have is that they're quiet, and that's it. Everything else requires skill and, honestly, a lot of experience to run, which at the end of the day, his fan base really doesn't have. So, that was my 2 cents. Thank you for listening. If you guys were sticking around this far, I'm pretty passionate about this, and if I wasn't, then I wouldn't be doing reviews on gas blowbacks and the like. Anyways, if you guys like what you saw, please comment. I like to hear what you guys have to say. And yeah, with out of the way, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.